In the vast emptiness of space, war had raged for years between the Xarn Dominion and the Allied Galactic Federation. Planets burned, civilizations crumbled, and countless lives were lost in the endless struggle for power. The Xarn, a ruthless and technologically advanced species, had pushed the Federation to the brink of collapse. Their fleets were unstoppable, swift, deadly, and merciless, leaving destruction in their wake with every battle. The Federation's last hope rested on a fragile alliance of scattered species, each bringing their own strengths to the battlefield. Even with their combined forces, they barely managed to hold the line. The Xarn had superior weapons, advanced shields, and a cold, calculated strategy that left no room for mistakes. Every battle felt like a delay of the inevitable. The war seemed unwinnable, and desperation grew in the hearts of those who still fought. But then, humanity answered the call. Humans had been silent for centuries, having retreated into isolation after their own devastating internal wars nearly destroyed their homeworld. The scars of those ancient conflicts ran deep, and humanity vanished from galactic affairs. Rumors spoke of ancient human technology so powerful that could reshape galaxies, of weapons that could tear apart stars, and ships that could outmatch entire fleets alone. But no one had seen a human fleet in generations. Most believed humanity had simply vanished into myth and legend. That belief shattered when the Federation sent a desperate plea for help, broadcasting across the galaxy in the hope that someone, anyone, would hear. To their surprise, humanity responded with a simple, chilling message: "We are coming." The response sent ripples through the galaxy. No one knew what to expect. Would humanity's return bring salvation, or had their time away from the stars made them weak? A week later, the skies above the war-torn planet of Barrows darkened. Federation soldiers, beaten, exhausted, and prepared for what they thought would be their final stand, looked up, and what they saw defied all expectation. A ship unlike any other descended from the stars. Massive and ancient, it moved with terrifying grace, an artifact of war from humanity's forgotten past. The ship was called the Revenant. It wasn't sleek like Xarn ships. It was brutal, angular, and covered in ancient battle scars, each mark a testament to wars long past. Its hull, made from a dark, unknown alloy, pulsed with energy more powerful than anything the Federation had ever witnessed. Its mere presence radiated authority and dread, as if the void itself had birthed this titan for one purpose: destruction. Inside, Captain Elias Thorne stood on the bridge of the Revenant. His eyes were cold and determined, reflecting the weight of centuries of human history. He was a veteran from a forgotten era, awakened from cryo-sleep along with his crew for this very moment. They were humanity's last warriors, an ancient force preserved for the darkest hour. "Status report," Thorne commanded, his voice low but powerful. The ship's AI, a smooth and ancient intelligence named ECHO, responded with mechanical precision. Weapons systems online. Enemy fleet detected in orbit. Xarn command ships are within range. "Target the Xarn command fleet," Thorne ordered, his voice unwavering. The ship's ancient weapons systems hummed to life, drawing from power sources older than most civilizations in the galaxy. Energy surged through the ship's core, and the massive cannons locked onto the enemy fleet in orbit. The Xarn didn't take the threat seriously at first. To them, it was just another Federation ship, perhaps larger, but no different from the rest. They dispatched a fleet of interceptors to engage, expecting another easy victory. It was over in seconds. The Revenant fired a single shot. The beam, pure and blinding, tore through space like a blade of destruction. The Xarn interceptors disintegrated instantly, their sleek ships shredded into cosmic dust. Panic spread through the Xarn ranks. Admiral Servac of the Xarn Dominion watched in disbelief from his flagship. What is that thing?" he hissed, his voice filled with fear for the first time in his long, merciless career. Another volley from the Revenant followed. This time it struck the heart of the Xarn's command fleet. Entire battle cruisers were reduced to nothing more than fragments of molten metal, their shields offering no protection against the devastating force of humanity's ancient technology. down on Varos. Federation troops watched in awe. What had seemed like their final battle had transformed into a one-sided display of unimaginable power. The humans weren't just fighting, they were delivering judgment. The Xarn, desperate and overwhelmed, tried to retreat. But the Revenant was faster. It moved like a predator among prey, hunting down the fleeing ships with terrifying precision. One by one, Xarn vessels fell, torn apart by weapons they couldn't begin to understand. On the bridge, Captain Thorne's expression remained cold and unchanging. "End it," he commanded. The AI obeyed without hesitation. The Revenant's most devastating weapon, an ancient singularity cannon, activated. A black sphere of gravitational energy formed in the void and expanded rapidly. It consumed everything in its path. The remaining Xarn ships were pulled into its crushing embrace, collapsing into nothingness as if they had never existed. In just 1 hour, the Revenant had annihilated what remained of the Xarn Armada. Silence followed, a silence that stretched across the battlefield, filling the void with the heavy realization of what had just occurred. The war was over. In the aftermath, the Federation sent their highest diplomats to meet with the human crew. President Avalar of the Federation, a man who had led with courage through the darkest days of the war, personally addressed Captain Thorne aboard the Revenant. "You saved us all," Avalar said, his voice trembling with gratitude. "We were losing everything. You turned the tide." Captain Thorne simply nodded. His expression remained neutral. There was a deep sadness in his eyes, an understanding of what such overwhelming power truly meant. "We did what had to be done. Humanity doesn't seek war, but if called upon, we finish it." The humans didn't stay to celebrate. There was no need for parades or recognition. Without a word, the Revenant disappeared into the stars, leaving behind only the wreckage of the Xarn fleet and a legend that would echo through the galaxy for generations. For those who witnessed the battle, one truth was burned into memory: never wake the sleeping giants of humanity.